This is Top Accolade Global News Updates. I am Soibifa Jackridge. 3 people have been killed in unrest in New Caledonia, an official said, as rioting continued and schools remained shut after France's National Assembly approved changes to voting rules in the Pacific Island. The 3 dead were young indigenous Kanak, said a spokesman for New Caledonia's President Louis Mapou. He said the information was provided by police. Rioting broke out this week before lawmakers in Paris voted on a bill to allow French residents who had lived in New Caledonia for 10 years to vote in provincial elections, a move some local leaders fear will dilute the Kanak votes. French officials said 1 person had been found shot dead in an industrious zone, with High Commissioner Louis Lefranc saying the shots did not come from police but from someone who probably was defending himself. The French government said the change in voting rules, which lawmakers backed by 351 to 153 in favor, was needed so elections would be democratic in the country's territory. Macron has offered to hold a dialogue between New Caledonia's pro and anti-independence camps before a special congress of the 2 houses of parliament rubber stamps the bill. The major pro-independence political group, Front de Liberation Nationale Kanak et Socialiste, said in a statement on Wednesday it would accept Macron's offer of dialogue and was willing to work towards an agreement that would allow New Caledonia to follow its path towards emancipation. Huawei is revamping its retail strategy and aggressively opening flagship stores in China, with some just a stone throw away from Apple shops, as it seeks to retake the premium electronics throne in the world's biggest smartphone markets. Situated directly across the Apple's Shanghai flagship store, Huawei's recently renovated shop spans 3 floors of a famous heritage architecture building in the financial hub's busy shopping district and includes a coffee shop and a gym. Huawei opened 4 such stores in major Chinese cities between December and February, an aggressive marketing blazed by a company that had largely relied on licensed distributors and is rebounding from US sanctions imposed in 2019 that had crippled its smartphone business for 4 years until it could source domestic replacement parts. The Huawei flagship store is very nice. It looks much brighter inside compared to the Apple store across the street, said Amy Chen, a 27-year-old physiotherapist who visited the Shanghai store this week to switch to Huawei's top-end Pro 70 Ultra from the iPhone 15 Pro in hopes of better mobile reception. Apple has 47 stores in mainland China. Huawei, which did not open a flagship store until 2019, now has 11 of them. It marks a stark contrast to 2021, when the company's licensed stores were shuttered across China due to product shortages caused by the US sanctions. Huawei has since developed its own chips, introduced highly popular 5G capable products, and according to sources has started aggressively recruitment dealers in recent months. Huawei has been actively bargaining with the distributors, touting the above industry average profit margins of its phones and sometimes demanding exclusionary clauses to turn them into its exclusive partners, according to industry sources. More than 5,200 stores licensed to sell Huawei products sprang up through the first 10 months of 2023, with more than half of them in 3rd and 4th tier cities, according to market research from GeoQ, helping Huawei expand its army of distribution partners nationwide. Amazon Web Services said it plans to invest 7.8 billion euros, that is $8.44 billion, in Germany through 2040 as it builds a cloud computing infrastructure specifically for Europe. Amazon Web Services last year announced plans to store data on server located in the European Union to protect data privacy for governments and customers in highly regulated industries. The company said it will launch several data centers in the German state of Brandenburg by the end of 2025, which will be available to all customers. The new investment would support an average 2,800 full-time jobs in local German businesses each year, it said in a statement. Last week, Amazon's Web Services said that it would help Telefonica Germany move 1 million 5G customers to its cloud platform from later this month. Walmart Incorporated announced that it planned to cut hundreds of jobs at its corporate headquarters and relocate a majority of its US and Canada-based remote workforce to 3 offices, a shift in strategy after initially endorsing virtual work during the pandemic. The world's largest retailer and the country's largest private employer, with 2.1 million workers globally, said most of the relocations will be to its headquarters in Bentonville, Arkansas, while some will move to its offices in San Francisco Bay Area of Hoboken, New Jersey. The goal of the move was to bring more people together more often, but also to strengthen Walmart's culture and develop the careers of its employees, Morris said in the memo. The retail giant also said it was reducing several hundred roles in its headquarters due to changes in some parts of its business, without elaborating further. The Wall Street Journal first reported news of the job cut on a business update call with employees. Remote workers were given until July 1st to make a decision about relocating or to quit, with severance, according to a source familiar with the matter, who spoke on condition of anonymity. The source added that Walmart would be closing its Dallas, Atlanta, and Toronto offices later this year. Alphabet's YouTube said it would comply with the court's decision and block access inside Hong Kong to 32 video links deemed prohibited content, in what critics say is a blow to freedoms in the financial hub amid a security clampdown. The action follows a government application granted by Hong Kong's Court of Appeal requesting the ban of a protest anthem called Glory to Hong Kong. The judges warned that descendants seeking to incite C-sections could weaponize the song for use against the state. In comments criticizing the court order, YouTube said the ruling would raise skepticism around the Hong Kong government's work to foster the digital economy and reclaim its reputation as a predictable place for doing business. We are disappointed by the court's decision but are complying with its removal order, YouTube said in a statement, saying it shared human rights groups concerned that the content ban could chill free expression online. We will continue to consider our options for an appeal to promote access to information. Some observers, including the US government, say the ban will further undermine Hong Kong's international reputation as a financial hub and raise concerns about the erosion of freedoms and its commitment to the free flow of information. It is not a desirable situation from the perspective of free internet and free speech, said George Cheng, co-chair of digital practice at the Asia Group, a Washington, D.C.-based business policy consultancy. He is former head of public policy for Greater China at Meta. Industry groups, including the Asia Internet Coalition, which represents big tech firms like Meta, Apple, and Google, have been keeping a free and open internet in Hong Kong is fundamental to maintaining the city's edge. The Hong Kong government did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The action is not a worldwide first for the US technology sector or Google parent Alphabet, which has restricted items which legally required to do so. In China, it has removed contents. That is the size of top accolade global news update. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Wednesday.